Don't neglect the future in times of plenty, for tomorrow you may need what you wasted today. It is in vain to expect our prayers to be heard, if we do not strive as well as pray. A liar will not be believed, even when he speaks the truth. A doubtful friend is worse than a certain enemy. Let a man be one thing or the other, and we then know how to meet him. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. It is easy to be brave from a safe distance. Those who cry the loudest are not always the ones who are hurt the most. If you choose bad companions, no one will believe that you are anything but bad yourself. Those who return evil for good should not expect the kindness of others to last long. Much wants more and loses all. If you are a friend, why do you bite me so hard? If an enemy, why do you fawn on me? Those who enter through the back door can expect to be shown out through the window. Affairs are easier of entrance than of exit, and it is but common prudence to see our way out before we venture in. All men are more concerned to recover what they lose than to acquire what they lack. Every man carries two bags about him, one in front and one behind, and both are full of faults. The bag in front contained his neighbor's faults, the one behind his own. And it is that men do not see their own faults, but never fail to see those of others. Every truth has two sides. It is as well to look at both before we commit ourselves to either. Never trust the advice of a man in difficulties. Children are not to be blamed for the faults of their parents. In critical moments, even the very powerful have need of the weakest. If you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. It is one thing to say that something should be done, but quite a different matter to do it. In a crisis, give help first and then advice. Whoever neglects old friends for the sake of new deserves what he gets if he loses both. If you don't want to lose, you should wait for the right opportunity. The desire for imaginary benefits often involves the loss of present blessings. A consciousness of misfortunes arising from a man's own misconduct aggravates their bitterness. We tend to underestimate the small things about ourselves that are often our most valuable attributes. You can fool people some of the time, but you can't fool them all of the time. In serving the weak, expect no reward, and be thankful if you escape injury for your pains. If you are wise, you won't be deceived by the innocent airs of those whom you have once found to be dangerous. There can be no good fable with human beings in it. There can be no good fairy tale without them. In a change of government, the poor change nothing but the name of their master. The strong and the weak cannot keep company. We should find out as much as possible about someone before coming into conflict with him. Don't let your special character and values, the secret that you know and no one else does, the truth, don't let that get swallowed up by the great chewing complacency. Injuries may be forgiven, but not forgotten. I thought these grapes were ripe, but I see now they are quite sour. If we really want something done, it is best to do it ourselves. God helps them that help themselves. Those who voluntarily put powers into the hands of a tyrant must not wonder if it be at last turned against themselves. One who steals has no right to complain if he is robbed. Betray a friend, and you will often find you have ruined yourself. We must make friends in prosperity if we would have their help in adversity. Men often bear little grievances with less courage than they do large misfortunes. 1 is no one, 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd, 4 is a fair. The snake would change its skin, but it would not change its mindset. These are weighty topics, and the brief fables that address them do not claim to solve the problems that they embody, but then neither do they simply brush such problems aside, pretending that they do not exist. United we stand, divided we fall. Those who return evil for good should not expect the kindness of others to last long. He that has many friends has no friends. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart therefrom. And consequently, you are destroyed, while we, on the contrary, bend before the last breath of air, and therefore remain unbroken. Keep your place in life, and your place will keep you. If these town goods can't detect the thieves who steal from their own temples, it's hardly likely they will tell me who stole my spade. After all is said and done, more is said than done. Destroy the seed of evil, or it will grow up to your ruin. If you had half as much brains as you have beard, you would have looked before you leaped. Slow and steady wins the race. The greatest kindness will not bind the ungrateful. If you wish me well, do not stand pitying me, but lend me some succor as fast as you can. For pity is but cold comfort, when one is up to the chin in water, and within a hair's breadth of starving or drowning. Better be wise by the misfortunes of others than by your own. He that always gives way to others will end in having no principles of his own. Pray do not grieve so, but go and take a stone and place it in the hole, and fancy that the gold is still lying there. It will do you quite the same service, for when the gold was there, you had it not, as you did not make the slightest use of it. Poverty with security is better than plenty in the midst of fear and uncertainty. Don't put off for tomorrow what you should do today. Honesty is the best policy. If these town goods can't detect the thieves who steal from their own temples, it's hardly likely they will tell me who stole my spade. We would often be sorry if our wishes were gratified.